Area 51, do aliens exist? And his reply is basically, I don't believe in it. There's a lot about it, and it's a bit of a political yes/no answer. There's no really definitive answer, right? But apparently he's always known. Sorry, that's better English. Anyway, let's take a little look.
Aliens exist, and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general said the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity...
Hang on. Humanity isn't ready. Mate, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. The amount of disclosure has happened. Didn't Trump already release a load of UAP files and things like that, and alien files? Maybe not so much the ET files, but definitely UAP files, which you can actually go on the website and check out for yourself. Okay, but even when they recognise that there are UAP or UFOs in the air and we don't know what they are, we don't know where they come from, which basically they were speculating, yeah, these are like alien technologies. Everyone was just like, all right. I think we're so far past, like most people are so far past caring because they've got their own shit to deal with in life. I don't know, mate. I think we're more than ready. I don't know. And it makes me think about another video that I'm going to show you about in a second.
Humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Now,
so, experiments. Okay, this is going to be quite an interactive video, I think, okay? Because wasn't there that idea that there was an agreement years ago that ET, extraterrestrials, will give technology to us humans, but in the return of tests for humans, tests on humans, i.e. abductions. So aliens would say, yeah, here's your latest iPhone, whatever they got up to now, right? But in return, I want 5 human beings, please, in the state of Texas. I'm sure there was a deal.
What the heck is going on?
That is so weird. I can't believe this, and I'm sure you won't. This is exactly why, one, I don't shop at thrift stores and I don't borrow clothes from anybody. Watch this.
Over there, right over there, you can see also two presences. Okay, there's a lot of energy, and one of them is pointing at something over here. Something is attached to this chair. Okay, so I wouldn't be bringing that chair home.
And that's one of the reasons why I do not shop at thrift stores. Demonic, satanic energies are attached to things. And this is why I do not borrow clothes, right? I'm very careful, spiritual hygiene. We know in Acts that Peter's handkerchief literally healed the sick. So what does that mean? Energies can attach to clothes and things. And when you take or you wear that, whatever's on that tries to come and disturb you and your peace and harmony. So stay alert, stay aware. Sometimes it's not worth it. If you do have to buy these things, make sure you plead the blood of Jesus and you sanctify it in the name of Jesus.
She says she saw something strange and unfamiliar up above.
I see something like falling down from the sky. I had like blinking lights.
How much do we all really know about these, in quotations, deportations? Because all of this information that I'm uncovering right now is extremely disturbing. You might have noticed a recent video of mine where I was talking about an individual that lives in Colorado. His name is Alvin. Now, Alvin's brother was detained, right? And he was actually deported, but he was sent off on a cargo plane. Now, his brother, come to find out, was actually in one of those pictures that mainstream media took where you could see their hands and their feet shackled. And obviously they were getting onto a cargo plane. I had somebody track that same exact plane, and guess what happened to it when it was going over the ocean? Not just that, but Alvin's brother has now been pronounced as dead, even though the plane hasn't even been confirmed as to reaching its destination. But see, that's not even the craziest part, because his brother being dead now confirms Alvin's suspicions. See, I mentioned in that last video, right, that Alvin has a friend, right, that is a private military contractor. He told and showed Alvin specifically where they were being paid to drop people off in the middle of the ocean. Heavy shark migrations at every single one of these locations. And there's another creator on here who's actually been tracking all these planes as well, their departures, the locations of which they're going to, what they're transporting, etc. I'm going to tag her down below because honestly, everybody needs to go watch her videos. She is extremely intelligent. She's very crafty. I had to give her that as well. She's very skillful at putting two and two together, but there's something really interesting that caught my attention in her videos. And it's the fact that most of these planes of which she's tracking just so happen to be cargo planes. And do keep in mind, I mentioned this in the last video as well, those specific planes open up in the back. And let me tell you, okay, I've been in those planes personally. I can confirm this for you. The seats that they do have do not come in a great quantity, nor quality. They are extremely fucking uncomfortable. Obviously, that's not the point that I'm trying to get to, but I just want you to imagine that for 1 second. And if you don't believe in any of this being possible, I just want you to research into something very specific for me real quick. Argentinian death flights. I shouldn't have to say much more, but if you really want to get a good example of this, then yeah.
Look familiar? It happened again. Another mysterious fireball, this time caught in Sweden. Oddly enough, it has the exact same color and characteristics of the other one that we saw in the United States. The one in Georgia. You know, I'm really starting to think it's not a mysterious fireball at all. They say this one went down into the earth and went through a house and they had evidence of it. Seems a lot like it. Even crazier, they both had a mysterious bang with it, and they both were not called a meteor. And also, I believe this was yesterday. That's not the only weird thing in the sky. I don't even know what this is supposed to be, but it was recorded by many different people. Maybe the stuff we're seeing in the sky is demonic. Did you know in the Testament of Solomon that the demons literally told Solomon that these falling stars are them when they have nothing to hold on to? That's pretty crazy, right? This you see in the background is just an honorable mention of weird things that just happened in the sky. To me, it looks like a pinhole, like a portal. And no, it's not a lens flare. You can see the big lens flare at the top of the screen. It stays situated with the sun and with the sky without moving as the camera moves. She does that a bunch of times on purpose to show you that it's something that's really there. We are living in some really weird times.
So the veil is completely thin. People keep saying it's thinning. No, the veil is thin. Have y'all been seeing what's been going on in the skies just this year? Just the weirdest things that no one has ever seen before happening in the skies on a nightly basis across the world. Not just in the US, but I mean literally everywhere. There has been weird things happening in the sky. Now, a lot of people are saying that it's the galactic war going on in the sky. It's the war in heaven going on in the sky. Whatever it is, we can all attest to everyone being able to see these weird things. Thus is how we know that the veil is thinning and the time is drawing near. Remember, the Bible says that there will be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars. And then it follows up and it says, on the earth, there will be distress of nations. What are we seeing literally in the skies, the moon and the stars and the heavens? We are seeing weird things like orbs and lights and different sounds. Y'all heard the sounds in the sky in different places. We are starting to see a lot of different biblical things happen in the sky. These are incredible signs and wonders. We are all perplexed. The fact that I see people seeing UFOs, like that up there is apparently a UFO, quote unquote. The orbs. I thought this was insane because these little things were moving upward. Y'all, the veil is thinning. You know who to turn to. His name is Jesus Christ. He is coming back, and he's coming back sooner than everyone may think.
I bought this at Costco in Nashville yesterday. Ever? Are we getting fake meat already?
Look at this shit. Put a magnet. It's the great value chicken.
Look what the fuck the vinegar did. It opened up the fake chicken. This is that science lab made meat. Y'all, never in my 23 years of living have I seen chicken this fucking stringy.
Hope y'all are ready because on July 5th we get our superpowers. That's right, they're firing CERN up. Not only are they firing it up, but they're firing it up to the max. Here's some of the things that happened the last time they had it on. And it wasn't even the max. They changed Jiffy to Jif. Good old Berenstain Bears. It will always be sex in the city, not sex and the city. Makes no sense. Oscar Mayer with an E. I don't care what you say, Flintstones has never had an extra T. It's never been Flintstones. That don't even sound right. Good old Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse that they say he never worked for. Yes, he did. Oh, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. They're saying it was, life was like a box of chocolates. That don't make sense either. Can't forget the world ended in 2012 when they turned it on too. Oh, it's also kind of funny that they're firing it up at 13.6 trillion electron volts, which is actually our debt too, $13.6 trillion in debt. So screenshot everything, handwrite everything, record everything. I don't know what's going to change this time around, but I'm thinking it's going to be some crazy stuff. What do they really expect when they're trying to collide all of these particles together at maximum speed? Man, they finna send us into a damn black hole. What do y'all think's going to happen?
Remember those fireballs that were shooting across the southeastern skies of the United States? Well, somebody has one of those meteorites that landed in his driveway. His name is M.D. Murphy out of Williamston, South Carolina. And this is a meteorite. He says it glows and it's cold to touch. And he was actually hesitant about posting these videos. He's kind of worried about his security. And it makes you wonder what this thing is made of. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
The hole is about 2 foot in diameter. And that's the hole in my driveway. I don't know. That meteor flew over today, Williamston, South Carolina. And this is what I found. And I don't know what that is. It's got a glow to it. Feels cold to the touch.
Miami.
I want to be very clear that I have no reason to directly connect these two stories. These are two unrelated stories. The reason I'm sharing this, however, is because we are living in a time when we cannot afford to be naive. We are living in a time when we need to pay attention. And changes have been made to our government that cause it to not be doing its job. Firing of inspectors general. Purging the highest ranks of our military officers, preventing members of Congress from performing their oversight duties. So what you have here is you have one story that migrants in the United States have been routinely shackled at the waist, wrists, ankles, and loaded onto cargo planes. Not just cargo planes, but cargo planes with the rear doors that can open mid-flight. Completely separate story. 5 corpses with their hands and feet bound have been found floating in the sea off the coast of Majorca. And since January, 31 bodies have been recovered there. Again, no reason to have these two stories directly connected, but we cannot be so naive as to think that things don't happen. I very much would like to know how it is that people are ending up floating up on beaches in the Mediterranean, shackled. This article here suggests that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain by what migrants travel in shackles? That's something I very much do not understand. What do you mean that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain by boat? So this is one story. This is another. The other part of not being naive that I want to pay attention to. So you have to ask yourself, and I know there are a bunch of people out there who are ready to jump in and say, oh no, it's more efficient to transport people by cargo planes. No, it's not. No, it's more economical and more efficient to use passenger planes for people, for passengers. You can get more people on the planes. They are more cost effective. Cargo planes are not cost effective. So forget about that argument. So then why do you do it? Well, maybe they're doing it to create fear, to create a sense of terror. All right. Another concern is maybe they're doing it to condition, both to condition people who get loaded onto planes to think this is normal, this is just how we do it, don't worry about this, and to condition those of us who are watching. So that when you've got somebody like me who raises concerns, I'm made to look foolish. You know, hey, why are you worrying about that? There's nothing really going on here. It's just the way we do things. It's conditioning us to think it's okay until such time as it's not okay and it's being used for more nefarious purposes. And of course, then we've got our potential worst case scenarios of why this is being done. We cannot afford to be naive. We cannot stop paying attention. We do not have sufficient government oversight, making sure that more nefarious things don't happen. And extremists have been welcomed, taken into the fold with this current administration. And so even if this current administration is not ordering atrocities, the extremists that they are in bed with will read between the lines of the things their great leader says and take actions on their own, thinking that they're aligned with the cause.
What is even going on today? Someone set a fire in Idaho to use to ambush the first responders. So far, they're saying, I believe now it's 10 firefighters that were shot and 2 police officers that were shot. I'm about to show you the audio of that ambush, but it's so weird because we had the explosion in Washington, D.C., which turned out to be an Amazon truck, but something very weird happened right after that happened. And then we've had this guy threatening us for days now, getting deleted and making new accounts, counting down our days. And we're starting to see strange fires pop up everywhere like Turkey, like everything is on fire. Here's the audio real quick, then we'll get to all the other stuff.
So law enforcement, right now there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
It's extremely strange. It's also extremely strange how when this Amazon vehicle blew up, they say that we start having all these threats coming from people in certain places. It's very, very strange. This guy being taken down every day, making new accounts, still threatening the US is very strange, while some sources say there is something odd about July 4th this year. I really don't know, you guys, but something's extremely strange about setting a fire in Idaho to use to ambush first responders. I'll update y'all a little more in a little bit.
That sound like it is out of this world, and that's because it actually is. So keep in mind, the solar flares are about to hit the earth even more. In addition to that, the sun is about to get 100 times hotter. And the reason for this is because the earth is shifting, and in turn it is forcing us to shift as well as vibrate higher. We are in the process of moving from the...
Is it me, or is the sky glitching in South Dakota? Have you guys ever seen the sky bleed fire and flash lightning at the same time, and it's accommodated with these crazy looking clouds? Y'all, What world is this? So lately, I've been hearing that there's a war going on in the heavens, and it looks like it's bleeding into our dimension, you guys. Literally, these clouds are literally coming out of nowhere. And now, I don't know if you noticed, but now the Anunnaki are apparently tapping people's televisions in Georgia. But look at this, y'all. A new color has been unlocked. Oh my goodness. People all over North and South Dakota was capturing this beautiful nightmare. I don't even know what else to call this. Like, God is an artist. That's all I can say. God is an artist. Check this out. Look at this. Y'all, these clouds are literally touching these buildings. How? When? Look at this, y'all. There's a whole city up there. Y'all, can y'all see? There's a whole city up there. Those are skylines. What? Bro, this is literally, come on, bro. There's no way you're not telling me that it's not a ship. Come on, bro. And then this manifested.
Are you kidding me right now?
Does he got braids? Bro, these people are crazy. What is he doing out there? And y'all want to know what manifested out of the storm? This thing over here. What is that? Because that's not our sun, is it? Why does it look like something obfuscating the sun? There's something in front of the sun, isn't it, y'all? Something is going on. This right here was at one of the lakes in South Dakota. This is getting a lot interesting, y'all. These weird weather patterns are making the sky looking like Revelations out here, y'all. And y'all can see the time that we in. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. We're in it. Let's get it. Peace in.
So this lady in central Kentucky captured some weird ass noises coming from the sky, y'all. And the reason why I found this video is because the other day I was hearing weird ass noises in the sky. So I went to TikTok to see if anybody else was hearing the same shit. And come to find out, this lady heard it and so many other people was hearing it all across the globe. I don't know what these noises are. I don't know what's creating them, but that shit do not sound right. It's like big ass boom, boom, booms in the sky. I'm gonna play her video. I'm telling y'all, when I listened to it, it was the same noises I heard, and I'm in Maryland. So if you heard these noises, let me know what state you in when you heard these noises. Y'all hear it? Her name is Candy Renee, by the way. Now, if you was from the trenches, you would think somebody letting off the blicky. But I can tell when somebody letting off the blicky, y'all. You can hear noises like that coming from the distance. But this shit came from the sky. And before y'all say it, oh, it's probably thunder, lightning. No, it was not on the forecast. And I'm not gonna lie, when I heard it, the sun was just setting. And in this video, you can clearly see there's no lightning, no rain, none of that.
Y'all are not going to believe what I just found having to do with the fire that was started for the ambush. I'm telling you, it's very, very odd. Not just that, but all the things that have been happening in the last few days, like that random explosion in Pennsylvania, they still don't know what it was. You know, hours back where one person passed away and a whole bunch of people were rescued and houses were blowing up. I guarantee you'll be glad you did not skip this video. Just wait 1 second. Gotta lay the groundwork. So right now in Idaho, they're having backup and also this kind of backup. And they're also asking for someone, if they have the shot, to shoot them. They said they don't know how many shooters there are, 1 to 4. We had 2 firefighters die, 9 others were shot, and 2 cops were shot. And they are saying, again, they intentionally set the fire to trick them. Okay, so the last few days, we've had a huge uptick in warnings, right? For the U.S., for sleeper cells, for terror events. Some dude come out saying 4 days left, 3 days left, etc. FBI makes a arrest and terror plot against churches in Idaho. Oddly enough, do you remember those other 2 churches that were just targeted while we think they may be indirect? Really makes you think, doesn't it? Put it this way, if someone's firing on first responders, it's not a personal vendetta. It's an outright attack of the people and the system. By the way, this is the wolf fire happening in California right now at over 1,000 acres. And of course the Idaho fire, which I believe the sheriff came out and said they're not even gonna be able to put the fire out. And the ambush was set up very well because they are just straight up gridlocked in this little area where no one can get to them unless they're going through the woods, therefore being shot at. The perfect spot of the fire and the perfect spot to be set up in to aim at those who are coming in takes a lot of preparation. This was very well planned out. And regardless who takes the fall for this, organizations like this aren't just lone wolves. They have a pack of people in a certain area and they all work together. Chaotic disasters happening every single day and no reasoning, no explanation for any of them. Like the Amazon truck that blew up in DC. I feel like we're not being told everything, but it's why I can't find out. And again, many sources are claiming very weird things are going to happen on July 4th. I don't know, but things are definitely looking very strange right now.
So people have been posting the craziest things in the sky, and in this video, I want you to listen to some sounds and tell me what you think. Is there a galactic war? So in this video, I want you to listen closely to what you're about to see. There are these clips posting up from everywhere. Listen.
What is that noise?
Now that sounds like a pew-pew right there. What is going on, guys? I know that there are many videos popping up from all over the United States. We're here in Florida, and they're seeing, like, I don't know if they're rockets. I don't know what they are, but something's going on. Many people think that there is a war going on in the spiritual realm, which I do agree. But what do you guys think? Where are you at? Comment below what you're seeing in the sky, and what do you think that those sounds can be? There's no justification. Is it something from the government or something from another world? Let's go.
Did you guys see the video of the girl whose Labubu eye color changed from red to green? She said that she was in her room with her Labubu having a conversation with it, and that the Labubu that the girl initially had was red eyes. And a lot of people are realizing that Labubus could actually be demonic. Other girls are even saying that they are waking up with scars on their necks. The Labubu is literally modeled after a demon called Pazuzu. And if you've seen the movie The Exorcist, the main antagonist is Pazuzu. And Pazuzu is considered the king of demons. This is where it gets even more worser, because a lot of people are comparing these Labubu dolls to Annabelle. The devil keeps finding new ways to enter our houses through mediums such as Labubu dolls and Love Island, and it is infecting the mind of young children. And a lot of people are mad that creators have been promoting the Labubu doll. And a lot of people are realizing that Labubus literally came out of nowhere, and now they are the most biggest toy in the world. But this is where it gets more scarier. People are saying that Labubus are capitalism final bosses, and that they will end up in landfills in a couple of years. And the girl whose Labubu's eyes turned green literally had to burn her Labubu. You think that the Labubu doll is more eviler than it seems?
What the hell? What is this?
They're vanishing.
That's fucking crazy, guys. Oh, they are vanishing.
What the hell is that? They're going back and forth. They're just spawning.
Oh my god.
Fucking weird, dude.
What the hell?
Summoner Dino, are you seeing this? I swear to you. What the hell? Okay, they're disappearing one by one.
But they keep coming back.
Oh, look.
They're going in
That's
circles.
the last one, look.
No, they keep going in circles. That's not the last
No, that's the last one in the back, look.
That's not the last one.
Dude, they look
Okay.
like ships, dude.
They're disappearing one by one.
I haven't noticed that yet. I'm the only one that's spotted it. I haven't noticed that.
What is that?
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Let's keep.
Okay, who else saw this?
And right now we
What time is it? What time is it? That's the last one. (10:18). What's today's date?
What's today's date? June 28th and Sunday.
June 28, 2025.
Sunday.
That is crazy. They just vanished. All of them,
Okay,
one
that
by
is
one.
That is the weirdest shit I ever seen.
Good eye.
Thanks.
San Bernardino, California. We just witnessed something crazy. Or what was it? I don't know.
Oh my god, what could that possibly be? Oh, don't touch the video. That is so fucking weird. What the fuck is that? That's not fucking normal. It's like colors, it's like blue. Like, what the fuck? What is that? What is that, bro? What the fuck is that? Y'all see that? But it's something. Just even in the video, you see how different all the rest of the clouds look compared to that one? Yeah. And the video's not even giving it justice. Like, at all. If you see it in person, it's very colorful. Like super colorful. You see blue. You see that it's blue. That's what you see, a whole bunch of blue. Yeah, blue. You see yellow. You see orange. What is that? It gives plasma or something. That's cool.
This is wild. How are there two moons?
Hey y'all, times are getting weird, y'all. This lady woke up to a whole bunch of birds in her house, and the birds weren't flying around, y'all. Nah, they were tucked into corners, hiding under furniture, and you know the saying, and they look petrified the way that they look, and her dogs are going crazy. She doesn't know what to do, and she feels anxiety. So there's a lot of change that's going on, man. Check this video out, y'all. It's very interesting. Just look at the birds.
There's birds in my house. I don't know what to do. There's birds in my house. There's birds. That bird. That's a bird right there. There's a bird back there and right there. There's a bird.
Look at that, y'all. So yeah, they're like tucked in the house. You see that? Do y'all know what kind of birds they are? And I told you, I've been making videos about birds. The birds are going crazy. And you hear a dog just barking. I don't own any animals, y'all. But as of late, my neighbor's pets, yeah, y'all hear that? My neighbor's pets have been going crazy. The dogs and even the birds. I've been having birds fly everywhere around my house. All different kinds of birds I've never seen before.
It's such a weird night. This is so weird.
Did you hear the bird confirm that it's been a weird night? You heard it? You heard that? I can't do it as good, but you heard the bird just confirm that it has been a weird night, and birds are directly connected to the magnetic ley lines, and we have known that the sun has been going crazy with these coronal mass ejections and sending this plasma, and this is affecting the ley lines of the earth. Nature is letting us that there's a change coming, and the animals are letting us know first because they sense the energy. So when they act like this is not random. This is energy at play, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
What the fuck? Nah.
What is that? No, what the fuck is that? If I phone this out, what is that?
Where'd it go in there? It's right there. It's right there. Somebody is walking on the mother freaking clouds.
Something is walking on them clouds.
What is that?
It's a body. Look.
It sure is. That's a person. That's crazy. We're not supposed to see that. We're not supposed to see that. Something gonna happen.
Y'all sleep.
So now they want every American to wear a device called a wearable. RFK said in 4 years, he wants every American to have this, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is just another precursor to get everybody later on to take the mark of the beast. That's what these things are. That's what these concepts are. It's to groom people beforehand to be okay with accepting a worldwide thing that everyone has to have. That's what this is. Apparently a wearable is what they're introducing. It's like a watch, and you would wear it and it will track your health, every part of your health, like everything. And it will be able to tell you if something is wrong, which in theory sounds like a good thing for sure. However, it would also track where you are, and each device will be registered to said person, and it will track you whether or not you want it to. This could be very dangerous because let's just say, hypothetically speaking, allegedly TikTok, let's say if you got a sickness, let's say if it was something like COVID, and you got COVID and they were able to track exactly where you were because the watch told them that you had COVID, and they come and they get you. Physically, they come and they pick you up and take you to quarantine or something like that. That's weird. Or imagine you just have any other sickness or illness. They can now detect that with the watch. You can't hide from it, and they're gonna come and get you. Not to mention, they will be able to track a whole bunch of other things. So this is one of those things, if they say every single American has to have it, obviously they're pushing an agenda. It's not, oh, if they want to, it's no, you have to in 4 years. In 4 years, this is something you're going to have to do. That's what they're saying. And you might say, well, we already wear watches and phones and we already have these devices tracked. You have it voluntarily. This thing you will not have voluntarily. And if you don't have it, it will be greatly frowned upon, and you never know what the consequences may be. Everyone doesn't have to have an iPhone or an Apple Watch or Android. You chose to have that. This is one of the things that's gonna be probably given to you for free. Beware of these types of things given to you for free. And God is doing us a big favor because he is showing us precursors beforehand. He's showing us these things that are going to take place in the future, but he's showing us beforehand to get us prepared. So if you're failing the quiz, you will for sure fail the test when it does come.
¿Lo grabaste?
It started out as a typical day for a California man with the handle name of Grand Canyon Shadow. He was crossing the street when suddenly his life took an unexpected turn. He was struck by a vehicle. Thankfully, he was okay, but he was admitted to the hospital for a typical checkup and scans. And this is where everything takes a turn into the paranormal. They find what appears to be an unknown device in his leg, and they told him he would need to have surgery in order to find out what it is. But he states he has never had a surgery in his life, doesn't know how this device could have gotten there or who put it there. Now, this leads us to questions. We know witnesses have come forward who have claimed to be abducted by aliens, and they have found devices within these people's bodies. And it's been studied by scientists and doctors all around the world, and nobody can determine who placed these within these people or where they come from. Some of them even have some sort of frequency active within them. People claim they may be trackers, but what does he have? And it's curious to note that this has gone viral, and people are chiming in claiming that yes, it is an alien tracker. Others are saying maybe it's some sort of bone cancer. We really don't know. But take a look, comment below, tell us what you think.
This is fishy. The trees are all standing. This is Las Vegas, Tropicana. But watch this. All the signs are fine. Even this little tiny one right here, standing. But all those poles down the whole boulevard? Come on, what's really going on?
Las Vegas. We are on Tropicana in front of the Walmart. Every last one of the light poles, the electricity poles are down. This goes for miles. We ain't got no power. I don't know what the hell is going on. This goes for miles, y'all. Look at the cords on the ground. It goes all the way down, miles. What the hell? What the hell? All of these are down, y'all. Every last one of the powers down.
Guys, holy! And I think we're trained. We saw it now. Let's go, guys. Come on.